This news update is brought to you by
This is the Noon Barbados Today update for Monday, July 14, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kamar Jordan. Good afternoon. A special tax committee has been established to consider requests for relief from the controversial municipal solid waste tax. That's the word from Finance Minister Chris Sinckler, who's been under immense pressure to repeal the tax. Mr. Sinckler tells Barbados Today he's received a number of letters from different groups expressing their concerns about the levy. He admits there are some legitimate concerns, and the committee will examine the issues raised.
Some people who write just because they don't want to pay the tax. And those ones that are legitimate will be given the relief necessary, either in whole or part. Those that simply do not meet the criteria or certainly do not comport themselves in a fashion as to suggest that relief is necessary will not get it. But generally, everybody should pay the tax. And we don't want to encourage people to feel that, as people go into this review thing, it makes it seem, people like say, oh, the government's reviewing it, so I ain't paying it. No, that's not going to work. You have to pay the tax because we know what purpose it is for, and it is generally associated as well with our fiscal consolidation program. So frankly, we need those resources.
Meantime, the Barbados Agricultural Society serves notice it will be taking its concerns about the solid waste tax directly to the Finance Minister. Chief Executive Officer of the BAS, James Paul, says the measure will negatively impact on the operations of dairy and vegetable farmers across the island.
We are not going to be sitting idle on this. We recognize that it will have an impact, okay? And we will make representations on this. While we recognize the responsibilities of government, we also recognize that at the same time, if we can find a way to cushion the impact that this tax will have on the sector, bearing in mind the fact that we are already operating, right, with high costs, that we want to find a way to be able to cushion that impact. And yes, we will look at that.
Minister of Housing and Lands, Denis Kellman, says Barbadians must reduce their dependence on the government. He's knocking critics of the government's decision to introduce tuition fees at the Cape Hill campus of the University of the West Indies this September. Minister Kellman contends the country needs to be more realistic, and he tells Barbados Today that while the Friendo Stewart administration will continue to assist people who fall through the cracks, Barbadians must be prepared to stand on their own 2 feet.
If in 1960, Errol Walton Barrack gave my father an opportunity to educate me, why in 2014 can I be still expecting the country of Barbados to educate my children? I thought what he did was to educate me, to educate my children. So when I hear people, especially professionals, arguing over free secondary education, sometimes I ask myself, how long can we expect the country to continue to support us when it would have built the foundation for us to support ourselves and our children?
And this one just in, another delay for contractor Barrack, who's trying to get outstanding payments from the government. The two sides appeared in the Supreme Court this morning, but the matter was adjourned until Friday. Barrack's lawyer, Maurice King, QC, tells Barbados Today there's hope of a resolution. Back in 2006, the court ordered government to pay what was then $34 million to Barrack for his part in completing the Warren's office complex. That sum has risen to over $70 million now.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun.
To our Caribbean neighbors, Jamaica police are investigating the murder of a security guard at one of the country's high schools. According to reports, the body of 44-year-old Hewitt Jarrett was discovered with a gunshot wound to the back of the head by teachers of Taki High School yesterday morning. Police are trying to determine whether his murder is linked to investigations into an arson attack at the school a few weeks ago. Jarrett refused to cooperate with investigators, reportedly fearing for his life. On the international scene, in Argentina, at least 5 police officers were injured after World Cup celebrations in Buenos Aires got out of hand. According to reports, fans were celebrating Argentina's performance when dozens of rowdy vandals stormed in with bottles and rocks, smashing up shop windows and attacking police officers as well as journalists. In response, police fired water cannons and tear gas, and some 30 people were arrested. Well, these are certainly not the best of times for Argentina after coming close, very close to the World Cup football final and title, but then losing out 1-0 to Germany. Congrats again to Angela Merkel's men. Well, that's our noon update. Be sure to join us again at 6 o'clock this evening. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or better yet, you can like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a fantastic day and join us again at 6 o'clock.
This news update is brought to you by